Well, it came out directly from Catton Big Local, researching the community to see what sort of things they would like to do with the money that the lottery were giving them. Right. And one of the things that came up was improvements to Waterloo Park, because it was quite run down. Catton Big Local held a meeting, really expecting half a dozen people to come, and were quite surprised by how many showed up and were keen. We carried on over the winter and early spring, April, June 2018, doing surveys of people in the park, asking them what sort of things they wanted to see there. And it was really, as much as anything, a profile raising exercise, but was also very useful when we were going on to do other things. And then in May 2018, we had the inaugural meeting. Right. So that's when we became formally a body. We held a competition for photographs of the park. Over the years, we've developed, I think, a very good working relationship with Norwich City Council, so much so that we were included in writing their management plan, which contributed to the Green Flag Award. We've done quite a lot of the borders, and that has grown and grown as we've been working on it. We've now got started on the Wildflower Meadow. We've engaged with a lot of local people. When we're working in the park, that's when people come and talk to us, and we tell them what we're doing, how we're doing it. And it's the gardening group that sort of is the nucleus, that's where we draw people from for our other activities. We've had the big garden bird watch, we had Go Wild in Waterloo Park. We've had other sort of small things. Twice we've done the Heritage Open Days. We've had grant funding from Catton Big Local. From the very beginning, there was some pump priming money to get us off the ground, to sort of hold the photographic exhibition and to hold meetings and things. So there was that. And then we've had some good grants from them. We've had 5,000 a year for 2 years, then it goes down to 3 and until nothing at all. But you know, we've grown at the speed we have because of that money. Now, if we had to put all our efforts into fundraising, we would hardly have done anything. And the other thing that's made a big difference with Catton Big Local is we've been able to refer to their experience group.
Linda's been a huge source of advice and support, Linda Blakeway, so she's helped us with things like registering as a charity, lots of kind of legal things for, you know, forming our committees and trustees, and then the grants that we've had have just enabled us to get off the ground, really, because until you are off the ground and you've registered as a charity and people know you, it's difficult to raise money, isn't it?
We are now at the stage, I believe, where, you know, we will be able to, we've got enough, we've had money to buy the things that were expensive. And we got Angel Road First School to grow some seeds, some sunflowers from seeds, and they came and planted them. This is the 3rd year we're doing that with them now, and they have come into the park to do other things with us. And then some of our members are developing this couple of sensory beds where children can actually go into the flower beds and experience being in there, and they can also, if someone had a wheelchair or a pushchair, you could push that through. So we're still developing that. And the secondary school, they're doing completing surveys for us.
And just a very simple little questionnaire. Do you use the park? If you do use the park, what do you like doing there? If you don't use the park, why not? And what would you like to see there? Slightly more dressed up than that, that's what it says. And we're hoping then to be able to identify perhaps some equipment there that might appeal to teenage girls. The seating up by the bandstand is lovely, but it's in rows, and teenage girls don't sit in rows to talk to each other. Having small areas rather than great big wide, girls don't like great big wide areas, you know.
And also routes through, you said.
Routes through, more than one exit.
So
I
can imagine.
If somebody's harassing you, you don't have to walk past them again to get out.
We've also managed to make contact with some refugee people who come and work with us. And that's great because, you know, it's helping their language. And whenever you go there, there's something going on. Partly that is us and the park looking better. Partly it's COVID and people needing to get outside and find a space. So folk who might have met to do their exercise in a village hall were coming to do it in the park. There's a mum with kids with pushchairs doing a run round the park with their pushchairs. someone doing yoga. You know, there's not often nothing going on, apart from the traditional sort of football and stuff. But there's also some lovely little sort of hidey places in the park, you know, which the kids can sort of get in and pretend in, you know. A couple of trees that are climbable, apart from the play equipment, and that's always good to see. We've no membership fee, but no one has to fill a form in.
When the Friends group was formed, there was the gardening group, the horticulture group, and there was an events group, and then I think there was a sort of a structuresy group as well, but in practice it's all become kind of one.
So it's very easy to come and be one of us, you know, it's no barriers really.